Okay, this is part 2. We're going to pick up where we left off here. We was right here. Okay, so let's just pick up where we left off. So we're dividing both sides by -4. Okay, and so, of course, that's going to cancel. But remember, when I divide by a negative, what happens to this sign right here, right? What happens to that sign? It flips. Okay, so this sign right here is going to flip. So it's going to go from here. It's going to flip. Okay, so it leaves me with P on this side. And then 12 divided by -4 is -3. Okay, so this would be my final answer. Okay, so again, we just picked up where we left off. This is part 2. Okay, moving right along. Here are the other types here. So here's the other types of multi-step. Okay, here's the other types. And what we have here is that there is no parentheses. Okay, but we have variables on both sides. And since we have variables on both sides, we got to move one of them. So we've got a Z and a Z. All right, we got 7Z and 6Z on both sides. So we need to move one of those. Okay, so by moving it, I'm just going to minus 6Z on this side. And whatever I do on one side, I need to do on the other. Okay, that's going to cancel out. 7 minus 6, it leaves 1Z, or you can just put Z. Then I bring down what I haven't used. All right, so then +4. That cancels. And so I'm left with Z is less than or equal to 18 plus 4 is 22. Okay, and so that was number 11. We skipped all the way down to number 11. All right. Moving right along. Number 12. And so once again, we got 8M, 6M. Variables on both sides. So when we have variables on both sides, one of those have to move. So I'm going to move this. So I'm a minus 6M. Minus 6M. That cancels. 8 minus 6. I get 2M. Bring down what I haven't used. Okay. So now what I have is a 2-step. So I'm minus 7. Minus 7. That cancels. Okay. So I'm going to work over here. So I have now 2M greater than or equal to -9 minus 7 is -16. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. So now I get M is greater than or equal to -8. Okay. All right. That was number 12. Now, looking here, number 14. This is our last example we're going to do. And again, a D and a D. Got variables on both sides. So I've got to move one of those. Okay. So I've got to move one of those. So I'm going to plus 3D. Okay. That gives me 10D plus 2 less than 17. Okay. So minus 2 Of course, that cancels out. So over here, I got 10D is less than 15. I'm going to end up with a decimal or a fraction on this, okay? Divide by 10. Divide by 10. That cancels out. So I'm left with D is less than, and 5 goes into both of those. So I can end up with 3 over 2. Could also end up with 1.5 and 1 1/2 or 1.5. Okay. So either one of those. All right. Now, those are the 6 examples that we're going to do. All right. So now once you've got all that, this is your homework. So your homework is 3-4, practice form G. Okay. 3-4, practice form G. Okay. Make sure that you show one of us that you've completed the notes page for credit before you begin the homework. So you've got to do all 6 notes before you can start that homework. We've got to see that you've done it. And so what you're going to be doing is 22, 2 through 22 even. And then you're going to also do number 19. Okay. But you've got to show one of us, all right, that you've done the notes and the homework. Okay. The notes before you do the homework. All right. So you should have 6 of those notes done, 6 of those problems done. Show one of us that you've completed it. And then you can start on your homework 2 through 22 even. And then you can do number 19. Okay. If you got any questions, just raise your hand and we can come by and make sure that everyone's on target with what we're doing. Okay. All right.